We'll go ahead and get started here, and we have a whole bunch of hormonal functions up here, but it doesn't say which one is which. So then, since we've got a crystal ball over here, okay, so is it evens or odds?
Evens.
Okay, so it was an odd number, so therefore we will start here, okay, on this table. Of all of these, and maybe I could number these, that might be helpful. So that's why they're different colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nitrogen, 8, 9, 10. See how we did that? 11, 12, and then 13. Okay, so then your lab partner, pick a number, and you tell which hormone does that. So pick any one of these hormones, read what it does, and a lot of this content comes from here, and name what hormone that is. So whichever one you feel most comfortable with.
11 is T4.
Okay, and then as we look at that, it says it increases metabolism. Why are you right? Because that is correct.
Because it's not floating.
Yeah,
It's transported through the blood
it's transported through the blood
easily.
very easily. So yes, 11 is T4. Okay, where do we go next?
Can I have a black pen?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we'll go to this.
Yeah, that should be. Okay. Pick a number, but you can't pick 11. I mean, I should put a line through here so then we know.
Number 4 is mineral corticoid, or no, is PTH.
Okay, so if it raises blood calcium levels, yes, that is PTH. I was thinking I would write them on that side, but I think I'll write them over here. But it probably should be a different color then.
Black for the answer.
Yeah, I think that would work. Okay. So then once we do that, okay, so then we said this is T4, and then you had said number 4, you said this is parathyroid hormone?
Yeah.
Is that, yep, that is correct. So, and I suppose rather than running this through, okay, where do we go next?
Layla.
Okay. I could have swore I heard, pick me, pick me. See, chemistry students, we talked about that yesterday. We all know that annoying kid saying, pick, I know. I don't know if that's the case. This is going back to elementary, though. Number 3, lowers glucose metabolism. No, that's not correct. Okay, that is true. That is true, but it doesn't have anything to do with the metabolism of it. Okay, well, let's look where we said if it's not the metabolism, it would be the levels instead. So if that is true, it must be something about the blood sugar levels then that must be dropping. So then in that case, we look here and we see something about blood glucose levels. And here we go, lowers blood glucose levels. So then that would be which hormone that does that? Insulin does that, that's right. So therefore we can say that number 10 is insulin. Okay, so where are we going next? Pick a number. See, this is what you can't pick ahead unless someone, dang it, they took the one I wanted. Number 5, a positive feedback mechanism for lactation and uterine contraction. That is oxytocin. I'm just going to put OT because that is how it's listed on your paper. That's right. Who's next? Maybe you said it, I just didn't hear it. That's still pretty, okay. So the other Rylan, pick a number. 9. Okay, number 9. What might that be?
Glucocorticoid.
It is a glucocorticoid, you're not wrong, but could we be a little more specific with that?
Oh yeah, epinephrine. I don't know if that's right, I just said that.
Okay. So then, as we look at this, increases heart rate, it's a vasoconstrictor, increases blood to the brain. That is not epinephrine, though.
What does GH stand for?
Growth hormone. Norepinephrine, okay? So I just want to make sure we look at norepinephrine. That is a vasoconstrictor. So yes, I'm just going to put NPE for norepinephrine. Okay? Okay?
Number 3.
Okay?
Number 2. Yep, epinephrine.
Increases heart rates, a vasodilator, raises blood glucose levels. That is epinephrine. That is true. So, how many of you have heard of an EpiPen? Why would someone have an EpiPen? Exactly. So, what do you suppose that epi is standing for? Epinephrine. So then what happens, this epinephrine, it increases this, so you are pushing more blood and especially more glucose to the body tissues that needs it. Norepinephrine does the same thing, but it's more so associated with sending blood to the brain, more so for longer lasting effects. Epinephrine is immediate and quick. So that's why we call it the flight or fight response. So you are not wrong, you are correct. Where do we go next? Okay?
I'll do number 1.
Okay?
And I think it's thyroxine.
It is. And this is why, okay? We say thyroxine, that's correct. So I suppose I could write it out. Just number 1 was thyroxine. Okay? And we'll come back to that explanation a little later. Where do we go next?
Gentry.
Okay? So pick a number.
6 is ADH.
Number 6, causes kidneys to reduce water excretion and can raise the blood pressure. Okay. That is correct. I just wanted to make sure because there's 2 hormones there that do have very similar function. And you had said number 6 and you said ADH. That is correct. Where do we go next?
Number 12
Number 12 is which one?
T3.
Okay. Yes, number 12 is T3. And notice that we had these wrote next to one another. And there is a reason for that. Okay? And that is, remember, what can circulate through the body easier? T3 or T4?
Or T4 is less common.
T4 is, it transports, it's easier, it's not as reactive, but it's just not very potent. So then T3 is very potent, okay? And then we said we would come back to this, okay? Those are both considered as thyroxine hormones. It just depends which form it's in. If it has that extra iodine on there, it's more stable. It transports its way through the blood much easier. It loses that iodine, and now we're down to T3 instead, okay? Then what we see is secreted by these follicular cells. It increases this and is 5 times, we say it's very potent as compared to its T4 counterpart. Where do we go next? Okay. Okay. Number 3 is cortisol. That is correct. Okay. Now, could you describe this a little more? I mean, what's significant about cortisol besides blood glucose metabolism? It's way high on your chart. So what type of hormone is that? Yes, I said that. Yep, it's a glucocorticoid, but I started to say steroid. I didn't mean to do that, but oh, okay. Well, we're all here to help each other. Okay, where are we going next? Okay, we should have 2 left, 7 and 8. Oh, and 13. Okay, we got 3 left. I was seeing if anybody was paying attention. You said 13. No, number 8. Okay, so the big idea, what is it that's going to lower calcium levels? Calcitonin does that. That's right. So this is calcitonin. Okay, now where? Number 7. Glucagon does that. That's correct. 7, this is glucagon. Okay, then finally, we have number 13.
Is it somatotropin?
Somatotropin.
Yes.
Yep, so number 13 is somatotropin. And there we have it. Okay, and we could even break these down even further by saying, okay, and your chart's probably more easier associated with this. There are some steroid hormones that are not up here. So how many total hormones are steroids?
3, 4,
Not up here, but total.
Estrogen, testosterone.
4.
Okay? So then when we're looking at non-steroids, okay, how many of them are, now this is a trick question. So how many non-steroids are mineral corticoids?
2.
I think you're off by just a little bit. I think it's 3. Okay, so let's look. Our mineral corticoids we're talking about, that's why we put min up there. We see there's parathyroid, there's calcitonin, and then, okay, so there's 2. There's 3 total. It's just 2 of them are non-steroids. Okay. And then 1 is a steroid hormone. Okay. And then finally, how many mineral corticoids are there? So I did that. That's what I meant to say. So glucocorticoids. And there's more of those, I believe. Okay? Well, let's look at what we have. We've got cortisol as 1. What else is a glucocorticoid? Insulin and glucagon, now we're up to 3. Epinephrine, norepinephrine, and thyroxine. So there are 6 of those. Now, are they all non-steroids? Are they steroids? Or are they a mixture of the two? One steroid and 5 non-steroids. Okay, so we said we'd give you some time. The rest of the time then is yours. We'll catch up to you next time.